Hi, I'm Rose, and you are watching The Sovereign Soul. Um, I've decided that I want to start a series of videos which I am going to put into a playlist called Fix You for Free. Um, and in this, I am going to hopefully give people tools who are struggling with illness, um, particularly and perhaps something like cancer. The reason being, and I'll have to obviously get quite exposed and messy in my own story, is that I myself am sitting in a situation where I have tumors in my breast. And Fix You for Free, I hope is going to be a series that's going to help people to connect to themselves, connect to their bodies, connect to their lives, and heal that connection to their body, to themselves, to their lives. And maybe the information I give might not help you fix your body, but maybe it will help you fix your relationship to your life and your soul, but maybe it will also help you fix your body. I don't know. And to be quite honest, I can't even answer if that's going to be the case for me. The reason why it's Fix You for Free is because I am going through what I'm going through. I've been going through what I'm going through for the past year. And I would say that I'm at another one of those rock bottom points in my life. Maybe more on the practical side, I don't know, or the material side, more than internal, like how I'm feeling mentally and emotionally. Although the last couple of weeks I can't say I've been feeling great. So I want to help people who have got news which can feel quite earth shattering and life shattering, to say, hey man, you might be super ill and that illness might kill you sooner rather than later. Um, because that in itself takes you on a whole journey, and everybody's got a different way that they're going to want to deal with that journey. My situation, particularly financially, so I would say a few months after I found out about these tumors, my salary halved, or my income halved. It's not a salary. I help other people, but my income is halved, and it hasn't gotten better. I haven't had a car for nearly 2 years, like over 1.5 years, closer to two. So no transport. So, there's like those sayings where you say your, you've lost your job, you've lost your car, your health is fucked. So yes, I've had this whole kind of picture come together, but I think the hardest part is the fact that your health costs money, and getting better can cost money. And there's a lot of information out there on stuff to do that costs you money. But I want to give people tools and advice and guidance, and probably just tell stories about my own experience, like I say, to help you fix yourself. And that it doesn't cost money, because not everybody's in a situation where they have the circumstances to do so. My situation, I suppose, sorry, my arms cancel. My situation is different, because I have not wanted to go the main medical route with this at all. Everything about my own health research, which has been extensive through the years, and my own experience of what I've seen with other people that have cancer, etc. I wanted to rather figure this all out for myself. I did do one ultrasound which confirmed that I have tumors. Whether they are benign or malignant, that's another story. I don't know, and I don't really care to know. Not now, anyway. Which some people might say is totally crazy, but from what I understand, I don't think it is. Um, so I've made drastic lifestyle changes, and dietary changes. And in those drastic changes, I have definitely felt that I am doing a lot better physically. When this all started, I had huge amounts of fatigue, um, huge amounts of fatigue, and I wasn't very exercisey. I hadn't been walking very well, and I can't say that my diet was particularly good. So that gave me a great big wake up call to change my diet, to change my lifestyle. And in the beginning, I did have money, so I was buying supplements and things that I knew would help me and support me. But subsequently, I haven't been able to do that. And I find it kind of funny, but at the same time, not funny, because when you're living that situation, it doesn't feel so easy. And I am sure that there must be a lot of people out there who don't really feel the idea of throwing themselves into a system that's going to throw you under radiation and operations and chemotherapy and things like that. Because I don't. I don't want to feel worse. I want to feel better. I want my body to get healthy. And if my body doesn't get healthy, I want to die happy. I know that sounds morbid, but at the same time, I don't mean to be morbid. I'm just being real. I want to have been able to drop the baggage and limitations that have made me feel unhappy for most of my life. So that's why I say I'm going to talk about all sorts of different things on this series about what you can do physically for yourself. So I will speak about diet and lifestyle. I'll talk a little bit about my research. Sometimes I'll probably add some links, which I really think I should do, to your own information to research for yourself. Like I said, I've been researching health most of my adult life and extensively over the last 20 years, and then of course this year has been on steroids. So I will share dietary information, what I've learned. I can say that I feel better in my body now than I did at the beginning of this year, which I think is a fucking great thing. And emotionally and mentally and spiritually and energetically, like the whole package of me, I think in some ways, yes, doing better, and in other ways, I am learning new struggles that I wouldn't have known were there had I not been experiencing something like, the possibility that my body could get sick. And I say could because I still don't believe that that's necessarily what is the outcome for me or for you, depending on what your situation is. So, that's quite a long introduction to what you can expect on this series. I am going to talk about my diet in the next video. And the reason why is because one of the biggest things that impacts our physical health and in fact our mental, emotional, spiritual and energetic health is what we put into our body. Our physical body and what we put into it has a huge effect. So I knew immediately that my diet would be the first thing that I would want to change. So in the next video I will tell you about what I've opted for, what I've chosen to do, and maybe you can relate. And I think it's maybe not relatable at all, but that's just for you to decide. So yes, I hope that you'll join me on this journey. I hope I can join you on your journey wherever you might be, and I hope that we can all live in grace together for as long as we have to live here, and heal the parts that need healing so that we can feel free and good and happy inside ourselves in spite of all these things that happen while we're alive.